Hello, guys. Welcome back to SWS Boxing. Delighted to be joined with Tommy Super Frank, and he is 15 wins, 3 defeats with 1 draw, 3 wins by knockout, and he's back out on the 19th of August at the Ultra Arena in Birmingham for the WBC International Flyweight title against Galal Yafai over 10 rounds. And Tommy, how are you?
I'm very well, mate. How are you?
I'm
to
good.
see you again.
Thank you for coming on again. And before we get into that, last time I had you on, we were talking about the fight that, well, it was about to get announced when you fought Jay Harris, and that was at the Magna Centre in Rotherham in May. And even though it didn't go your way, what a war! And I think everyone enjoyed the fight. And how did you feel in the ring? And did you feel like you were winning at the time of the stoppage?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, that's all everyone's said about the fight, just that how much of a good fight it were. And I agree. I mean, you know, obviously you don't want too many hard fights in your career. Like one or two's all right, but a fight like that one last time out is brilliant for the fans. And when you're in a fight like that, and it is back and forth. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't think we both took like a lot of big shots. It was just a good fight. Because we both didn't take a back step. So there were a lot of good inside work, and a lot of defensive work on the inside from both of us. But I can remember thinking to myself, even during the fight, like, wow, this is a good fight. And then like you're excited to actually get out and like watch it back. So obviously that's good for the fans. I probably were slightly up at the time when Glyn pulled me out. And I'd said that Jay were probably closing that gap a little bit. I think I set out obviously a good pace, probably built up maybe a 2 or 3 round lead, and then Jay was slowly like edging in, and it's just one of them. Even in defeat, I just feel like I learned a lot in that fight. Um, I think ultimately the reason why what happened in the end happened was down to maybe not making weight the best that I could have. But not I'm not saying that the outcome would have been any different. That's just my personal opinion. But lessons learned. Sometimes it takes you a few goes to actually learn your lesson. So
And how hard was it to take that defeat, as it was such a close fight? Arguably, you were up on the cards. And do you agree with your corner chucking in the towel?
yeah, I mean, and at the end of the day, no one knows me better than my own corner. Glyn knows me, and obviously at the time I was gutted, but like I said, during the fight, well, probably before the fight, I didn't quite feel myself, and I don't think that I was the best that I could have been. And that's not just down to one reason. It's just the small percentages what you make mistakes at, and then you learn your lesson, and that was just one of them. But it were 100% the right decision. I probably could have gone on, but I weren't firing on all cylinders in them last few rounds. When that stoppage came. So yeah, I think it were the right decision. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But coming on to this fight up and coming against Galal Yafai, and how did this fight first come about for you? How did the fight come about, and how many weeks' notice have you got for it?
Yeah. So that was the thing. I mean, straight after the last fight, I had a few weeks off. I went on holiday with my fiance. We had a nice holiday and just had a week or two's rest, and then got back in the gym, and I'd more or less made up my mind that I was going to be moving up to super flyweight. And then one day in the gym, we got the call for this fight. Which obviously this is the fight that having won the Jay Harris fight, we thought this fight was going to be next, but obviously, losing the last fight, I didn't think I was going to get the opportunity, so it was very unexpected. But we got it, and it weren't like we were getting it at 3 or 4 weeks notice. I got a full 10-week notice for this fight, and to be honest, straight away, the only thing in the back of my mind, so obviously I said about moving up to super flyweight, but the only thing in my mind was I didn't work with my nutritionist Lee Rickards. He's the boxing science nutritionist, and I didn't work with him all the way up to the Jay Harris fight. The fight kept getting put back that much. And the months were just going on, and I basically did 3 camps with Lee and didn't have the fight at the end of it. So for one reason or another, I didn't work with him up to that final day. And again, I'm not making excuses. The result might have been the same either way, but I just thought I've got a full 10 weeks to work with Lee all the way up. And it's not like I was doing anything daft with my weight and stuff, but I think now the science has moved on so much with like making weight and working with guys like Lee. And it's just even on fight week and the final bits, they just they know what they're doing. They know better than you. And I just think it's about little percentages. So like I said, I got the opportunity to kind of right that wrong. And on top of that, it's the biggest fight of my career, on the biggest platform. And
Headlining.
headlining Birmingham Arena, and there's just so many positives from this amazing opportunity. What again I didn't think I was going to get, but I've got it, and I don't know. I've just got a feeling about things, and when I've had opportunities like these in the past, and I've took them, it's really paid off for me, and it's led to amazing things. I got my British title shot off the back of the loss. Again, I weren't expecting the opportunity, but I got it. I took it, and I became British champion. So I've just got a feeling, them stars have aligned for me, and that's the reason why I've got this. So.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah,
And
19th of August, we're on.
and coming, I do believe you're coming to the end of your training camp as you're fighting next weekend. I do believe.
Yep, next weekend. So this is the last week's training, pretty much. Next week, fight week. That's the exciting week. You're not doing much training. You're just picking over, obviously. Getting the weight down a little bit, and it's all the fight week stuff, interviews, and I'm looking forward to it. This will be my first official fight week. So I'll be going down to Birmingham on the Wednesday. I think they've got like an open workout, press conference on Thursday, weigh-in Friday. So I'm absolutely buzzing, to be honest with you. Yeah, I'm just wanting to soak up everything and just enjoy everything, and believe it or not, the easy part that's getting in the ring and getting on with the fight. That's what I've been training. That's what I sacrificed for months and months, and for years. It's not just months in the making. This is years in the making for me. So yeah, I'm excited.
Hmm. And of course, you've got Galal Yafai, who he's got the 3 knockouts out of his 4 victories. And do you believe because he's a bit of a golden boy with Matchroom? Do you feel like you're fighting Matchroom's golden boy, like one of them?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I mean, let's face it. I'm not meant to win this fight. Do you know what I mean? I'm not expected to win this fight, which I'm absolutely buzzing off, if I'm honest with you. You know what I mean? I'm going in there with no pressure. It's his backyard, in his hometown. It's going to be hostile for me, but I'm looking forward to that. I'm relishing that. And like I said, me going there and pulling this win off, that's a big upset. I wouldn't say not just even in British boxing, but in world boxing. With him being an Olympic gold medalist, and obviously they are fast tracking him, to edge towards a world title in the not so distant future. But obviously, I'm planning to spoil that. I'm planning to spoil that party, and I'm just gonna do what I do. But I know it sounds daft, coming off the back of a loss, and I know it's not, I've got 3 losses on my record, and people are overlooking me. The bookies are overlooking me, but I just believe in myself. I believe in myself more now than I ever have. And again, that might sound, daft coming off the back of a loss, but I just believe in myself. I really do. And yeah, as always, may the best man win. I know that I'm obviously not meant to win this fight, and people are gonna be overlooking me, but there might be a few shocked faces in that arena next Saturday night.
And of course, of course, would you say this would be the biggest win of your career? Like the
Yeah,
biggest
I
fight of
would.
your
Yeah,
career?
I would because I know what you mean. Obviously, I've boxed for bigger titles and stuff. I've won a WBC international silver before, and I've won another international title. But I've been British champion. I've been Commonwealth champion. So in the sense of the title fight, it's not as big. But the win would be, yeah, absolutely the biggest win of my career. Not again. It's just it would be life changing for me in many ways.
And that would put you where he is.
That's right. It's like overnight I would become known probably in world boxing by pulling off this win. So that in itself is just so exciting to me. It's not just that, but obviously Galal is a brilliant fighter. He's an Olympic gold medalist. I'm under no illusion that he's a quality fighter. But they're looking at me as a bit of a test for him, domestically, but should come through it. But I've got other plans, mate, and I'm not, as always, I'm not brash, and I'm quietly confident, and I'm just gonna do what I have to do, enjoy the experience. But like I said, I'm in no doubt in my mind. I believe in myself in this fight.
What would it mean to you?
Well, it mean everything to like I said, it'd be life changing in many ways. Winning, obviously, I'd get credit for winning. 100%, I'd get credit for winning. Don't get me wrong. There'd always be someone. There's always going to be someone saying, yeah, but Galan weren't quite on it, or there's always going to be them. But never mind that. I'd get credit for this win. It'd be a massive upset, obviously financially, and not just that, but leading on to other things.
And upsetting Eddie Hearn would be good as well.
Upsetting Eddie Earn, but business is business, and I'm in there to do a job, and you know, this opens doors. This opens doors for being on these type of shows again, and working with promoters like Eddie Earn again. So that's a big carrot in itself, dangling in front of me. So like I said, this fight would be, winning this fight would be life changing. It'd be brilliant for me, for my family, for fiance, and it would be, like I said, it's been a long time coming. It's been years and years of hard work, and not everything going my own way. Having a few setbacks along the way, but we're here now. And next Saturday night, headlining Birmingham Arena live on DAZN. I mean, that's what you dream about. That's what I dreamt about, first starting boxing. So, but that's not where it ends. That's not where it ends.
And
I
are you bringing an army down from Sheffield?
Yeah, I mean, it's I always sell tickets. What I mean? And people have been excited about this fight. Obviously, there's not going to be as many there as there would in Sheffield, but there's a few coming down. Obviously, I've got a lot of family and friends coming down. My sponsors are coming down. I've sold a few ringside tickets, to be honest with you. So they're going to be there. So I probably, as loud as they are, I probably won't be able to hear them. Birmingham lot, your fives lot will probably drown them out. But either way, I'm sure that they're going to enjoy their night, and they might have to be a bit quiet leaving though, because a few people might be a bit upset with him. But but no, it'll be a good night, mate. I'm really looking forward to it, and it's making memories as well, making memories for me and my family. You know, we'll be talking about this. Nights like this for years to come. 'Cause I look back in my career, like when I won my titles and the good nights I've had. In
This
Sheffield.
would top it.
Oh yeah, yeah. This would top it. But what I mean is, I still look back to not just the fight, but kind of like the after fight parties and stuff where you're with all your family and you're enjoying each other, and they're what you remember, and they're like life memories, aren't they? So I plan on making some more of them.
Hmm. And of course, with Yafai, he's got those 3 stoppages. Have you seen, like, have you watched Yafai and have you seen how, like, when he gets the knockouts, have you seen how his opponents went wrong?
Yeah, I mean, it's funny because being the same way, I've always kept an eye on him. And I know that they were, fast tracking him with the WBC international in his first fight and things like that. So I've always kept an eye on him. I've always watched his fights. I wouldn't say that I've studied him. I probably haven't studied him any more than I would a normal opponent. Obviously, me, Glyn, and the team, we have looked at him, and we've got our game plan and certain shots, what won't work in the fight. But he's a very good, sharp, fit fighter. You don't win Olympic gold medals if you're not a good fighter. And not only that, but he had a vast amateur career. And he boxed in the WSB, I think, as well. So he's very experienced. But the one thing he hasn't come across is a seasoned pro. Like me, what? No, to be fair, he has. I mean, obviously, he fought. I think he fought a former world title challenger. And people
And
like
would
that. So,
this get you a ranking in the world scene?
yeah, yeah, yeah. As far as I'm aware, I mean, I don't know if I'll just snap his ranking up. Where he is, but it definitely get me in. I think it's the top 10 in WBC.
Is he ranked higher than you as he's the champion?
Yeah, he's ranked higher than me no matter what. In fact, I don't think I'm actually world ranked at the minute. If you're talking about like rankings and stuff, I think I'm like maybe 17th world at the minute. After losing the last fight, I'm not sure exactly where he is, but I haven't actually got a world ranking at the minute. So I'm assuming this would probably put me in top 15 maybe of every governing body. We'll have to see.
Do you another headline as well? You just love topping the bill at the minute, and I'm sure you'll be willing to just keep on topping the bill. What does it mean topping the bill live on the zone?
Yeah, well, that's like that's like the cherry on top, because this would be a massive fight if it were on a big undercard, like if it were on an AJ undercard or if it were on, another big fights undercard. But this has actually got its own show. Obviously, this is the homecoming for Yafai, in his hometown in Birmingham, and we're topping this bill at the arena. So that's just the cherry on top. So like I said, just being on a platform like the Zone, and getting that exposure and on a matchroom show, that in itself is brilliant. But to actually be headlining, again, that's another box ticked.
Mm-hmm. And of course, what for anyone who has not watched you fight before, what can they expect from you come next Saturday? And why do you beat Yafai?
Yeah, if I've got I don't really know how to describe myself. Again, I think throughout my career, I like to think I can do a bit of everything. When I've had to box, I've boxed. When I've had to fight,
And when you had to get in that dog fight last time, you showed that dog.
exactly. Yeah, so I think I am pretty covered on them areas. And I think whatever your fight chooses to do in the fight, I think I can do it with it. But we'll see how the fight plays out. But one thing One thing I am expecting is just me being a lot better than maybe he thinks I am, his team think I am, probably that everyone thinks I am.
Do you think him and his team, like him, his team, and Eddie Hearn are looking past you, sort of?
Yeah, I mean, maybe not indirectly, and maybe not his team. You know, I know obviously Robert McCracken's a brilliant trainer and he's experienced, so I don't think they would make that mistake. But you know, on the grand scheme of things, I think I am being very overlooked. Yeah, I mean, you know, if you look at bookies odds, you know, it's unreal. But again, that just excites me. It really does excite me that I am the underdog and you know
And it would
massive
mean
underdog.
more. Would it mean more beating him in his backyard than it would if you beat him in Sheffield?
I think so. Yeah, yeah. I'm just like I said. I'm looking forward to it because I've never really boxed out of Sheffield. Well, I am. I boxed in Leeds in like a six rounder. And apart from that, I've boxed in Sheffield. So this is you know this is going to be something new, but it's been something that I've wanted. You know, and I think that's going to bring out a different level to me as well. So,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, I think you know the win, pulling off this win in his backyard against the odds, that makes everything even sweeter.
Mm-hmm. And like I forgot what I was gonna say. Are you excited fighting in like a different area to Sheffield sort of area?
Yeah, 100%. You know, because you know this was always the plan, obviously, to get on shows like this. But you know, I've had, like I said, I had a couple of setbacks in my career, and that probably delayed and stoned, you know, that. And like I said, I've got this opportunity now, which I weren't expecting. You know, again, I thought we were going to have to go back to the drawing board and maybe have a couple of six or eight rounders or whatever and to
Would you
get
have
back in the mix.
rematched Jay Harris though if that came about?
Well, like I said, you know, probably as time went on, and you know, thinking about the weight, and obviously going back to work with Lee, and you know, doing the weight properly. So you know, as the months went by, and maybe if I'd have had a little tick over fight or two, I probably would have pursued that again. Yeah, but you know, who knows? I mean, this sets it up perfect. You know, I think Jay's looking for the European next, which I'm sure you know he'll get. So maybe you know this just everything's working. You know, everything's coinciding for a reason. So you know
Mm-hmm.
maybe I'll end up meeting Jay again. You know, Jay's a great fighter. Not just that. You know, he's a brilliant kid. Jay. You know, I spoke to him not long ago after the fight. So you know, got massive respect for Jay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And do you knock out your fight on next Saturday?
All that's in my head is just winning. I do not care how it comes. I don't care whether I beat him on points or I pull off a big win. You know, and get that stoppage. But like I said, I'm not going to say I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. You know, I've never done that, and I'm not going to start now. All I'm going to say is, you know, although people are writing me off, I believe in myself, and I believe I am capable of winning this fight. No, that's just what I believe.
Mm-hmm. And before I let you go, Tommy, do you want to just thank anybody as always?
Yeah, as always, you know, my sponsors, you know, I couldn't do what I do without them. You know, they enable me to train full time, and I'm always putting, you know, my sponsors up on my social media. So I'm not gonna reel them off now just in case I miss any, but they're all on my social media. And just as always, a massive thank you to my fiance, my family, or my fiance's family. I've got a brilliant like unit around me, supporting me, and you know, I couldn't wish for better support. Obviously, you know, the gym, you know, Sheffield Boxing Centre, Glyn and the team. Yeah, I'm very blessed. I'm very blessed, and like I said, it's been a lot of years, you know, building up to have feel like an opportunity like this. So let's take it with both hands.
Mm-hmm. And good luck with the fight, Tommy. Wishing you all the best, mate.
Top man, I appreciate that, mate.
And
Thank you.
thank you for your time, mate.
No problem. Anytime.
Thank you, Tommy. Bye-bye.
Cheers, mate. Bye.
Bye.